Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's virtual college fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see you or hear you, so certainly feel free to use that Q&A widget. This is just one of many different sessions that are happening, so certainly feel free to sign up for additional sessions at the same place where you initially registered for this one. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website where you initially registered. With that out of the way, I'd like to get started and introduce Seton Hall University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lisa Hansen. I am with Seton Hall University. And we are, in case you're not familiar with us, we are located just outside of New York City. We're basically considered a suburb of New York City in South Orange, New Jersey. And we are a school, a leading Catholic university located in our area, and about 6,000 students, very diverse actually for that size of school, 45% diversity rate overall, over 90 different programs. So we have a lot to offer you as a student at Seton Hall. I think one of the things that most people love about Seton Hall is our location, because we are in a nice suburban area. We're in a kind of a village area, but we have access to New York City in our backyard. One of the things that Seton Hall is very well known for is internships. Given our location, we offer a lot of different internships, ranked number 4 in the nation for internship opportunities. On average, 80 to 85% of our students will complete between 3 to 5 internships before they graduate. So this sets them up for great employment opportunities. Here are some examples of what our students have done for internships. So lots of different opportunities for you, depending on what area you're interested, whether it be business, international studies, healthcare, etc. What we have new happening at Seton Hall, we do have a brand new campus, our Interprofessional Health Sciences campus. This is where our medical school is located. So in addition to direct entry nursing and dual degree programs, 3+3 or 6-year programs into physician assistant, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech and language pathology, we also have a 4+3 or 7-year total program for BS to MD, so you can actually get your medical degree in 7 years. These are great opportunities for students. Obviously, it's going to help you with tuition reduction, and also many times you won't have to reapply for the health profession program. We also have a phenomenal leadership institute. Our Boccino Leadership Institute with our business school has been ranked number 1 in the country for the past 5 years in a row. For that reason, we decided to create an institute for all of our majors across the campus. So students in this area, they get opportunities to be led by and mentored by top leaders in their industry, whether it's nursing, business, diplomacy, etc. And also we have a great first generation program. It's called our Gen 1 program. It actually has been featured on Good Morning America. So we want to provide our first gen students with a lot of resources for them so they can really launch and be successful at Seton Hall. Okay, and then yeah, I finished kind of quick. I think I'm used to doing these more quickly. But yeah, so Seton Hall is an amazing school. Even though we are a Catholic institution, we offer we are very open and accepting to all students of all different religions and backgrounds, etc. It's one of the questions I get asked a lot. One of the things I think you should know about this year is that we have been back on campus for the fall. We did start doing classes at the end of August. Students are in a hybrid mode, so they have the choice to remain remotely or come onto campus for a couple days of the week if they'd like. We also are very cognizant of the fact that we need to be very careful. So students did take a pledge to come onto campus this year, but as you can see, it's a very beautiful campus. and I welcome you to send me any questions that you have about Seton Hall. And this is I think I'm going to stop sharing now and pass it over to my new presenter.
Great, thank you very much. Up next, we'll welcome St. John's University.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Anthony Treadwell, and as I just mentioned, I'm here from St. John's University. I'm also a double alumnus of the school, so I did my undergrad there in communications and sports management, and I also just completed my degree in Homeland Security and criminal justice leadership, so I'd like to just throw that in there a little bit. I do have to say it's a nice follow-up to Seton Hall because we are pretty similar. We're also in the East Coast. We are located in New York City. We have a couple different campuses within the 5 boroughs. So this is just a short introduction of what the faith background is about the school. So we are Catholic Vincentian University, excuse me, and metropolitan, which just speaks to the location, as I mentioned, being in New York City, and then global. We also have a couple of campuses overseas as well. So the campuses that we have a campus in Queens, which is our biggest location, about 15,000 students strong on that campus with a 17 to 1 student to faculty ratio. Then we have a smaller campus in Staten Island. So if you're not a student who necessarily wants to have that medium-sized, bigger school feel, we do have a pretty small campus in Staten Island. All the same majors academics, with the exception of our sciences in terms of any science that requires a lab. All of our labs are in the Queens campus. And then lastly, we have a Manhattan campus. This one is specialized. So if you're interested in actuarial science, risk management, and if you are a business student, you actually have the unique opportunity to study in all 3 campuses. So you can choose Manhattan as your home base, or you could choose Staten Island or Queens. And as I mentioned before, we do have a couple of campuses overseas. So we are located in Rome and Paris, where we have 2 campuses that we own outright. And then we have a partner university in Limerick, Ireland, which is where most of our students go upon those 3 campuses. Some of our key numbers, this one's a little outdated actually. So we just went out to about 17,000 students. And as I mentioned before, 17 to 1 student to faculty ratio. We have 47 different states represented, over 123 different countries. So we are pretty diverse as well. A lot of different areas, a lot of different students from many places in the world. We are Division I as well. So we have 17 Division I sports programs available, and we have over 100 plus majors. So there's a lot of different options for you to study. This is just a quick little breakdown of the colleges that we have within our university system. So we have our College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. Pharmacy is actually our #1 major. We have a 6-year Doctor of Pharmacy program. If anybody's interested in that, that is definitely the #1 program we have at the university. Followed by that, we have our Collins College of Professional Studies, St. John's College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, School of Education, and then lastly, our Peter J. Tobin College of Business. So at the bottom there, you can see we have honors programs available. Our program, you don't have to apply for it. Once you apply for admission, you are automatically considered for any honors program that we offer. We do have a plethora of double majors and minors available. If you have any questions about that, you can always reach out to me. And then multiple dual degree options. So we do have a handful of those as well. You can't apply to a dual degree as an incoming freshman, but you can definitely apply to that in your sophomore or junior year. So that's also something you're interested in. You can definitely reach out to me and I can give you a little bit more information about that. Living on campus, we have 2 different styles of living. So right there, you see suite style, which is the majority of our campus, but we do have traditional style as well. Traditional style is just 2 rooms, a bathroom separated by 2 rooms, which will be usually triples or doubles, and then the rest of it will be suite style living. This is just a little bit of intro to our sports. So these are all the teams that you can see there listed in the Division I athletics. If you are interested in playing, but not at the D1 level, we do have club sports available as well. And then intramural as well, if you just have a quick interest in that. These are some of our study abroad programs. It's just our global passport program is a freshman program. So you can actually go to Rome and Paris for 7 days in your freshman year. The most popular program we have is Western Europe semester, which is going to 3 different countries in 1 semester, sophomore or junior year typically. And you can see this as Rome, Paris, and Limerick, Ireland. You'll spend 5 weeks in each country taking 2 courses. And then we have Costa Rica and Colombia is available as well. But you can also go play many other places in the world. These are just our main staples that we have every year. Internships. So we have 94% employment rate after the first semester graduation. And a lot of it has to do with different internship opportunities, mentorship opportunities that we set up. This is just a short list of where students have interned. When I was there in my second life, I actually used to work in sports. So I actually interned with the New York Islanders, the New York Jets, the New Jersey Nets when they existed, and then also the Brooklyn Nets when they moved over to Brooklyn. One of my best friends, actually, when I was there as a student, she graduated. She finished with her degree in cybersecurity. interned at the White House, and then ended up ended up working for the Department of Justice and now works for the Department of Defense. So that's just like two quick little examples of the type of opportunities you have. New York City definitely helps out with that. Quick application requirements. We are test optional fully this year. We typically, if you're a junior, we will be test optional relatively anyway, but this year especially, we are test optional due to the situation. So 2 letters of rec, personal essay, and resume. If we have any of those, definitely send them in. And our average GPA is roughly a 3.5 weighted average. And then here's just our application deadlines. Early decision, November 15th. Early action, December 1st. And rolling admissions, February 1st. And if you're interested in pharmacy, we do have a February 1st deadline for that. But other than pharmacy and biooptometry, we do rolling admissions, so you don't have to worry about too much about that. And then lastly, I'll just finish up with scholarships. Merit scholarships, automatically considered for. We do have a few other scholarships that you can see here that you can apply for separately, which will indicate the application deadline. And if you have any questions about that, feel free to definitely reach out. This is just our tuition, $43,000. Staten Island is $30,000, and then the average room and board for Queens is $17,000, and for Staten Island is around $15,000. And then if you have any questions or if you want to join us for open house, we do have one coming up pretty soon. So definitely reach out there. And then lastly, here's my contact information if you have any questions. And then just, reach out to me. But hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of the presentations.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Up next, we'd like to welcome Elon University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mandy Corcoran. I am the Regional Assistant Director for Admissions. I am based in Sunnyvale, California, so I'm regionally based, so just down the way from you all. So let's talk a little bit about Elon. So Elon University is located in Elon, North Carolina. That's where we get our name. We are a true college town of about 6,300 undergraduate students. However, we are not rural. We are what's considered a suburb of the city of Burlington, which is a 5-minute drive away and a 2-mile hike or bike on our green belt. We are about 20 minutes from the Greensboro area and just 45 minutes from the Raleigh-Durham area, which does have direct flights from the West Coast to here or to Elon. And then we are also about an hour and 45 minutes away from Charlotte. What makes up our student population? Our total population is just over 7,000. So we're considered a Goldilocks school right there in the middle. We're not too large, but we're not too small. We have about 80% of our students are coming from out of state. So you are not going to be the only students coming from out of state. You're going to have that commonality and really be able to share that experience with your fellow classmates. We have about 47 of our states represented. And although we are not as diverse as some of the previous schools that I've done, we have a very big diversity initiative and support on our campus. And about 19% of our students do identify as racially and ethnically diverse. So let's talk about inside the classroom and what you can expect. So we have 4 undergraduate schools. We have the Elon College or College of Arts and Sciences, our School of Communications, our School of Business, and our School of Education. Within those, we have 60+ majors and a lot of opportunities for students to double major, minor, pick up a lot of different combinations. One thing to keep in mind when you apply into Elon, you're applying into the whole school. The majority or almost all of our programs are direct entry, including engineering as well as business. So if you get into Elon, you can choose whatever program you want to go into. The only exception to that is our performing arts. We do have an additional screening audition process for that. Inside the classroom, we have a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio, an average class size of 20, and inside our classroom, we cap all of our classes at 33. So we definitely keep those classes small and allow you to have some really great experiential learning. 100% of our classes are taught by faculty, so you will also have the opportunity for mentorship. We operate a little bit differently at Elon in the sense that we have a 414 academic calendar. So we have students who are taking 4 classes at minimum in the fall, 1 class in what we call our January term or our winter term, and then 4 classes in the spring. And what students are doing with that January term, if you take advantage of that all 4 years, you're actually gaining an entire additional semester on your way to your 4-year degree. And the majority of our students are graduating in 4 years. We have a 79% 4-year graduation rate, which is almost double the national average of 41%. But with this one January class, students are taking core curriculum courses and getting ahead there. Students are also taking kind of creative courses that count towards their major, like the geometry of origami or the chemistry of cooking. And then they're also doing study abroad. And so we have students who are going over to Africa and climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. We have students who are going down to South America and climbing Monte Picchu. And then also staying within the United States and going to the Sundance Film Festival in Sundance, Utah. And so a lot of different opportunities for students to really take advantage and really have flexibility within their 4 years at Elon. Another thing that's really unique about Elon is our Elon experiences. So we have study abroad, internships, research, service learning, and leadership. And what makes it unique is that we require students to complete at least 2 out of these 5 experiences before they can graduate. So although other schools might have these, they're not necessarily requiring those experiences. So 100% of our students are taking advantage of experiential learning. And many of our students will complete all 5 of these or 3 or 4 of these experiences. So these are study abroad. So with study abroad, we are the #1 school or #1 private university in the nation for study abroad. We study abroad all year round, whether it's semester, a year, spring break, Thanksgiving break, summer break, January term. We are doing it often. We also assign all of our students a study abroad advisor to help you figure out all the logistics from where are you going to how are you going to pay for that. With our internships, about 88% of our students are completing internships, and 62% of those do result in a job offer. And the reason that we do this is we prepare our students so much through our Student Professional Development Center with all the skills necessary to gain these internships and then to make them very successful. With research, we are a liberal arts institution, so we focus on one-on-one, student-led, faculty-mentored research. With service learning, we believe in global citizenship, and we know that that starts by stepping out your front door and giving back to your community. And then with leadership, about 55% of our students are holding significant leadership opportunities on our campus. So speaking of being on our campus, one thing that you can really expect from us is some immersive living and learning experiences or living and learning communities. We are ranked #1 this year for our living and learning communities. So definitely check those out and know then you can step into a community. This is what we're looking for students, GPA, essay, demonstrated interest, and we are testing optional for everything from merit to admissions. And then finally, these are our deadlines. November 1st is our big one, so take a look at that. And then here's my contact information. I do have informational one-on-one interviews, as well as we have several West Coast options coming up for students in October, so take a look at those. And now I'm going to pass it on to the next colleague. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. Up next, we're pleased to welcome High Point University.
Hello, everyone. My name is David Martinson, and I'm a regional admission counselor with High Point, and I'm based in the state of Washington. We are located just in the middle of the state of North Carolina, and we have about 4,600 undergraduate students. We're located in the Piedmont Triad area of North Carolina, near Winston-Salem, and also near Greensboro as well. We are dedicated to offering an extraordinary education and an inspiring environment with caring people. And we have 4 pillars upon which everything is built. And the first one is academic success. Small class sizes, only taught by professors, no teaching assistants teaching our courses. Average class size of 17, guaranteed 4-year graduation. And for those entering in fall of 2021, we have a tuition-free 5th-year master's degree in business leadership and communication. Every freshman is also guaranteed a success coach who helps them choose their classes, helps them get involved in campus life, and really just makes sure that they're doing well as they go through the year. For those who are undeclared or undecided, we have a project discovery program to help them work with coaching and counseling and testing just to help them find the right major for them. And then these are our most popular majors. We have 10 different schools and colleges, and all of them have a liberal arts based curriculum to them. And our most popular major entering is undeclared. So we have a lot of students who are figuring it out, and we have a lot of help in that. Some specialty programs in health sciences, pre-pharmacy, interior design, as well as business communication and traditional liberal arts degrees as well. 25% of every class has to be dedicated to experiential learning, hands-on, doing labs, studios, all sorts of exciting learning spaces on campus. And we have a 4-year guaranteed internship program. So even as a freshman, you could be guaranteed an internship at High Point University. Research is common with professors, and we have a lot of different labs on campus, including a stock trading room for business students, a crime house for criminal justice students, and a 97% placement rate within 6 months into full-time career or graduate school. This is one of our awesome spaces on campus. This is our planetarium, where it's like an IMAX theater. So this is one of the places, our classrooms, where students can receive an exciting hands-on education at High Point University. We're definitely dedicated to the development of life skills, and so helping you beyond just what you're learning in the classroom. Presentation skills, public speaking, time management, financial management. And the president of our university teaches every freshman a seminar class about these different life skills. We also have a 5-star steakhouse on our campus, part of the meal plan. So as a student, every student can eat here if they want to once a week with friends. They have to dress up, and the wait staff is even there to tutor them and help them to know how to do an interview over a fancy meal, have a meeting in a 5-star restaurant. So it's a learning lab and an awesome place to eat on campus as well. Community service is huge. So modeling values and building character is another one of our core values. Community service, MLK Day of Service, freshman book program, and a number of other ways that we want students to learn to make a positive difference in the lives of others. Vibrant student life, Division I sports, over 200 clubs and organizations, including Greek life, religious groups, club and intramural sports. And we also do have study abroad with 63 different programs in 30 different countries. And then for our application, we are Common App exclusive, early decision November 1, early action November 15th, regular decision is March 1st. And we are actually open right now, fully open on campus, even in the midst of COVID. And we are offering campus tours, 1 tour guide per family with golf carts around the campus. And so it's an awesome way to see the campus. We are also have been test optional for a number of years. And even now, we are test optional even for merit scholarships and also to be considered for the honors program. So this year, no test scores needed at all, even for those special areas. And so we encourage students to apply test optional as a simple way to do that. And we want you to know that we are here to help you as the admission office. We have current students, ambassadors there to work with you as you come to campus. And we are also looking for students who are curious, who are looking at getting involved in campus life. If you're curious, you want to see the world, you want to change the world, and you want to make a positive difference in the lives of others, we encourage you to consider High Point University. And so thank you very much for your time. And I'm going to pass it on to the next person.
Great, thank you very much. Just a quick reminder to all of our attendees, please feel free to use the Q&A widget if you have questions in general about college search process, or if you have questions about specific institutions of which you're hearing. Up next, we're pleased to welcome Johnson & Wales University.
Thank you very much. Okay, welcome everyone. Can you see my screen okay? Hello? Owen,
Yep,
can you?
we can see the screen, but it's in the PowerPoint.
Right. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Thank you. Okay, bear with me a second here and let me get to the right screen. And All right, slideshow, come on, cooperate here. Here we go. All right, sorry for the delay there. Okay, thank you very much. So Johnson and Wales is a university that was founded in 1914 by two women. And we started out with business degree programs. We now have two locations in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is our newest campus, and Providence, Rhode Island. The campuses are designed so that they offer experiential learning opportunities, and all of our students are required to complete at least one internship and preferably two prior to graduation. We have over 50 degree programs undergraduate with additional master's degree programs in engineering, health sciences, hospitality, culinary arts, and education. The university has a long reputation and history of learning by doing. By that, we mean that all of the students actually participate in learning labs that they do typically in their freshman year. So you're not going to be sitting in a classroom learning gen eds for the first 2 years. You're actually going to be hands-on, actually learning and participating. All of our faculty are practitioners. We don't have any teaching assistants either. And of course, we have been long well known for culinary arts and hospitality, and we've recently really expanded this area to offer a much wider variety of health and wellness and related culinary, food innovation and technology degrees as well. We of course have 5-star restaurants and casual dining restaurants, and the students participate actually by preparing the food and running all aspects of the restaurant if they're in that program. The culinary arts students, if they choose the Providence campus, visit their, they have an exclusive campus where they live right there. Our students are able to participate in the internship sites literally all over the world. We have an experiential learning department that coordinates that for you. We've done this for over 40 years. So our employers love to partner. And as a result, about 71% of our students actually get job offers from where they did their internship. We are a very diverse location at both campuses. And we have also an excellent athletic program, but we are a Division III school, which means that we can't offer athletic scholarships. Instead, we offer very competitive academic scholarships. But if you are interested in playing, our coaches are definitely looking for athletes that are talented. Johnson & Wales offers an excellent merit-based scholarship to students coming in with at least a 2.9 GPA. And those scholarships range anywhere from about $13,000 to $17,000 per year. And that is for all 4 years at that same amount. And of course, we have many different other opportunities for grants through financial aid and work study if you qualify. We are a test optional school. We have an early action November 1 deadline. Then our regular admissions deadline is March 1. We don't require any fee. And as I mentioned, with the test optional, students who are seeking to go into honors are really recommended to pursue submitting the test scores But of course, this year, since so many students are unable to take the tests that they were trying to take in their junior year, we don't require that. What I would really emphasize is that our focus on experiential learning is what makes us different. And the application process is pretty straightforward. We have average class sizes of 21 students. And so that really helps to ensure that you are going to have a great learning experience. With only 8,000 students, you can be assured that you're not going to be in any large lecture halls. And instead, you're really going to have one-on-one with your fellow students as well as your faculty. Our tuition's about $34,000 a year, plus room and board. And all students, freshmen and sophomore, are required to live on campus. And we do have over about 90% are receiving additional financial aid. If you'd like more information, you can visit our website, and also here's a QR code for you as well. And here is my information. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you. Up next, we have the University of Kansas.
I was muted. Sorry, y'all. Let me try this again. Okay, here we go. Talking about University of Kansas. We are located in Lawrence, Kansas, which is about 30 to 40 minutes away from Kansas City, but I'll talk about that in a second. We are a little bit larger than some of the other colleges that have gone before me. We have an undergraduate population of just around 19,000 undergraduates. About 60% of our incoming freshman class are those that come from out of state, and about 40% come from in-state. With that being said, we do have fairly small class sizes. 80% of all of our classes are 50 students or less, 73% are 34 students or less. So you're still gonna have a lot of kind of personal attention by your faculty member, and really having an opportunity to engage with your peers. So some of our biggest majors on our campus are the biological sciences, our School of Engineering, psychology, business, but we have over 200 areas of study for you to kind of explore. So even if you don't know what you want to do quite yet, you really can't land in a bad program at KU. So we have anything from behavioral science to global and international studies to metalsmithing to dance, political science. So again, a lot of opportunities for you to really explore what your passions and what your interests are and how those align and how we can create a degree program that kind of meets your goals after graduation. We are really focused on hands-on learning on our campus. KU is a part of the Association of American Universities. So that means you're getting taught by some of the best faculty in the nation on our campus, faculty that are writing textbooks, that are, literally creating knowledge, that are coming up with new innovative techniques. And as a student on our campus, you're able to learn about those as soon as they happen, as opposed to reading them again in a textbook that one of our professors wrote at a different institution. So learning from some of the best at the university. There are a lot of different ways to really get involved at KU. A lot of ways for you to find your community, find your own support network, your home away from home. We do not require freshmen to live on campus by any means. About 90% of our incoming freshman class choose to live on campus their first year. So that's a really great way to meet people. We have over 600 student clubs and organizations. So I guarantee you, if you're sitting here thinking about what you're interested in, we probably have a club for it, and you can meet people just based on that. Again, located in Lawrence, Kansas, we're that prototypical college town. So if you're looking for that like college atmosphere, that raw spirit all the time, you're going to find that on our campus, which is amazing. So much to do, awesome music venues, great outdoor life. If you're interested in hiking, paddleboarding, anything of the sort, you can do that at Clinton Lake, which is just 10 minutes from our campus. But again, we're also really close to Kansas City, which is what this picture is of. So our students have an opportunity to hold down internships while they're full-time students. So you're able to build those relationships with industries and networks all 4 years at the university. And we also have Topeka, our state capital, which is just 20 minutes west of campus. So that's really what's setting our students apart in the applicant pool is they're graduating with a great resume because they're getting taught by some great faculty members, but they also have this real world experience that they can show potential employers what they have already accomplished. With that said, again, really great student life. We're definitely probably known for our basketball team. We're kind of a blue blood with the basketball. So that's a great opportunity to get involved in, just athletics, the spirit, the feeling of being a Jayhawk kind of pivots around all of our traditions on our campus. And of course, basketball is just one of them with the creator of basketball being one of our first coaches. So we love our basketball, but even if you're not a sports fan, again, our traditions kind of transcend all of that and really bring us together as a community. With that said, we are test optional this year. Again, there's a test optional pathway, 3.4 cumulative GPA, and you can be admitted to the university. All of our professional schools, except for our School of Business, as of right now, do not require a test score to be admitted into those professional schools as an incoming freshman student. So super easy application for admission. We are on the Common App, and then we do have our own really quick application, takes around 20 minutes to complete. With that, just a couple really important dates and deadlines here. We are offering scholarships. Application for admission is the same application for our scholarships. Right now, there is a test score requirement, but I'm pretty sure that we're about to change that to be test optional. So if you do apply and we change up our scholarship grid, you will immediately be notified and be used with that new grid. So of course, our application's live now. We do have an early action deadline of November 1, and then a December 1st deadline to be considered for our scholarships. So I know that will be here sooner than we know it. But again, if you're looking for a fun institution where you can get hands-on learning, getting taught by some of the best and really explore your passions and your interests, KU could be a really great fit.
Great, thank you very much. If you have any questions about any of the institutions that you just heard about, certainly feel free to drop them in the Q&A widget and we'd be more than happy to answer them. In the meantime, just also want to add a thank you for joining us this evening. When you close this window at the end of the program, there will be a quick 4-question survey and we'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. Also, this is just one of many sessions being offered as part of this college fair, so please be sure to sign up for any additional sessions. In about a week, a recording of this presentation will also be available on the same website where you initially registered. If anyone would like to enter any questions, we'd be more than happy to entertain those at this time as well. All right, seems like a quiet group in the first session. So fortunately, there's no questions at this time, but thank you again for joining us and have a great evening.